Well, all right. Good evening, cyber friends. Here goes the Middleman again, coming at you from back here in Studio B, Walker's Music, and we give God all the praise and glory and honor as usual, thanking Him for life, health, and strength, thanking Him for as well as it is, and thanking Him for each and every one of you, my cyber friends. You know who you are. I just want to comment. This is on the eve of Middleman's birthday, and I was sitting here earlier this evening, and I ran across an old video on YouTube, and I remember seeing this thing over 25 years ago. um, it was the 25th anniversary of Motown. Those of you that I'm quite sure know something about Motown, you done heard about it one way or another. You have to be. If you from this planet, you done heard of Motown. But in case you haven't, I wanted to say that that's what I was doing. And I remember when this here movie, when they first put the presentation out, I was going to Berea College at that time. It was back in, I think, 1985, if I'm not mistaken. And I was a, what, senior, senior in college at that time. And nevertheless, we were in the, I believe, cause that summer of '85, I think that's when I was in the lower classmen. I wasn't in my main dorm. The upperclassmen dorm room was Thomas Berry, but that during the summer they would switch out the dorm. Thomas Berry, if it was one summer session, they would stay in the Thomas Berry dorm, and then another time they'll stay in Dana Hall. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that summer of '85. I want to say, no, I got it wrong. The summer of '85, we were in Thomas Berry, because I remember that I had a friend of mine that came up from West Georgia, and we were, and it was the weekend of the 4th, and matter of fact, I was supposed to have went with my buddies and friends down to a concert at Six Flags over Georgia to see Cool in the game. And but because of the fact that my friend came up, I entertained her for that weekend because she didn't want to go all the way to Savannah just for the weekend and come right back to West Georgia on that Sunday. So she spent that with me. And like I said, we were friends at Andrew College as well. So when I left, and when I graduated from Andrew, I went on to Berry. I left her at Andrew, but then she graduated that next year. She came to West Georgia College, knew that I was at Berry, which was about an hour away. So she decided she'd spend that time with me on that 4th. And so, yes, that was the summer of '85, and I was in Thomas Berry Hall at that time. I remember that now distinctively. But nevertheless, I remember we watching Motown 25. As a matter of fact, at that particular time, Motown was 25 years. It was celebrating the 25th year anniversary. And I just imagine, y'all, I'm just sitting here thinking about, okay, tomorrow, if the Lord see fit, touch me again in the morning, it will be my 59th birthday, 59 years old. Wow. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought? And I think back, I never thought that I would be where I am now. Nevertheless, I still say I'm thankful. I thank God for every minute, for every moment. All the days was not good, y'all. I can't sit there and tell you that. I wished I could. Some of the days were not good. But I thank God for every one that He brought me through them. The old song, I believe it was Willie Neal Johnson, Gospel Keynote. They had a song came out years ago, said, some days are diamond, some days are stone. We can't have every day as diamond. We can't have every day as diamond. We have some diamond days, we have some stone days. In other words, we have to take them as they come. And I was looking at tonight, when I was looking at that old video, it seems to me it's old now. I mean, God, y'all, I mean, you talking about deja vu. I mean, really, I can remember the exact thing I was doing on that particular night when that came on. Richard Pryor was still with us. Blue of the Temptation was still with us. I think the only somebody we had lost, you know, I'm trying to think. I think we had all the temps. I do believe we had all the temps at that time. But at any rate, that is not the scope of this video. But I do know what I was doing. And I'm just sitting here overjoyed. Even though I know this the eve of my birthday. And I'm giving God thanks in advance. Because even if he doesn't decide to wake me in the morning, he done already did enough. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? He's already done enough. But just in case, I'm going to give him the praise right now. And that's how come I said when I was looking back and I was listening to all those songs, all the songs that I grew up with, from the Temptation, Martha Reeves and Vandellas, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Diana Ross Supreme, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, all of the Four Top, the Spinners, all of those great groups, Marvin Gaye. I mean, Jesus, the number is just, it goes on and on. And then to see them all on stage like I did back over 25 years ago, when I saw them come back together, Mr. Berry Gordy, and I do say Mr. Berry Gordy. Some of us, we don't have any problem of giving certain people respect. But we got our pick and our choose. But we need to stop that. And I do say Mr. Berry Gordy. Yes, Mr. Berry Gordy. I know a lot of people have said numerous things. People always got something they negative they want to say when they want to put you down. But those very people sometimes that you put down be the one have to come and give you a favor. You need to be careful of how you do that and how you run your mouth and put them on folk too quickly. You got to mind yourself. But at any rate, I was sitting here this evening and I was looking over and I saw when Diana Ross ran down the aisle, she called up Barry at the end of the broadcast, at the end of the, which I remember distinctively over 25 years ago when it first took fruition. And I was thinking about the documentaries that I've watched about Motown in general, about the startup and how Mr. Berry Gordy started it up. It was a miracle. God's hand was on it, y'all. Let me tell y'all some of the reasons. People said, now, man, you mean God was in blue? Let me tell you something. We don't know what kind of music God like. God like it all. He made it all. So this hush. God's hand was on it because it was too successful. Remember, I always end my videos and tell y'all, if God ain't in it, you better get out of it because it's going to come to nothing. This is a true sign that God is in something when it be successful. I don't care what it is a person might undertake. Just because the man didn't build a church, that didn't mean he wasn't in the will of God. The man built an empire, a music empire, which gave us some of the best music, I mean, in the last century. He gave us some of the best music with some of the greatest artists that we could ever imagine, from the Jackson 5 to Stevie Wonder. I mean, you know, and I was sitting here and I was just reminiscing. Because I tell y'all, I'm a child of the 80s. Oh my God, I'm a product of the 80s. I really am. But my heritage goes back a little further. I remember growing up on Motown Sound of Young America. That was Berry Gordy's, I would call it his motto, his theme, of the way he built, what he built upon his mission statement was the sound of young America. It wasn't the sound of black America or young black America or young white. It was the sound of young America. That's what made his music so great. And then all of the great musicians and the great singers and artists that came through Motown. Oh my God. Ooh, it's just amazing. And then I could think that I came along during that era because, like I said, people, Motown is only about 1 year older than me. And yes, 1 year older than me. I think Mr. Gordon started in 60. I came in 61. So it's only like 1 year difference between my age and Motown's age. And I saw it all happen. From the Isley brothers. I mean, James Brown. I mean, you would be amazed of the individuals that went through Motown. But as I said, this is a video that I'm doing here this eve of my birthday as a thank you to our Maker. I always give him the thanks and the glory anyway, but especially on this particular evening. And I am so I want to send a great shout out to my sister, Delphine McNeil, my spiritual sister. We do appreciate you so much. And I mean, on remembering my birthday, and I will never forget you. Not only that, but you remember me throughout my entire illness. Ever since 2018, you've reached out and you've done so many kind things. And I want to give you your honor and to let you know that it did not go unnoticed, believe me. And we thank God for you so much. And we're going to continue to pray for you as well. You make certain that you continue to pray for Minnie Man, but I'm going to be praying for you also, because it's not many people that do not feel it robbery to honor somebody else sometime rather than others that's automatically doing it for you all the time. Some people never going to let you down, let you live it down. Some people are not going to give you any honor and nothing else. But we want to say that we are glad and we are happy to say that you have proven yourself. In other words, that the proof is in the pudding, as they always told me. And we want to say we thank you. And I know, old Minnie Man, like I said, I got a song that I got to finish. It was given to me, and I got the frame of it is already in my mind. All I got to do is open up the software and get busy, people. And I thought about it, like I said, even to this Motown deal that I've been telling you about. I believe that a lot of us, including myself, we don't do a lot of things, we don't undertake a lot of things that normally people did in days gone by, because we feel that, whatever the reason might be, we feel that it is ludicrous. We feel that it just defeats the purpose to even try to do anything worthwhile because of the situation and the time that we are living in. That's what I feel. That's what I really feel. Sometimes I feel just like that. I said, why do anything? Because, number one, if you start trying to please people, well, you automatically you done set yourself up for defeat right there, because there's some people that you just cannot count on, and you don't really want to you don't want to put all your cards on certain people. That's just automatic. But I can really feel for some of the people that I do believe, because I know I felt this way in the past, and even to now, sometimes I feel like something is just not even worth doing, because I mean, you feel like, what's the use? What's the use? But I know better than that, y'all. I know better than that. God told us to occupy. In other words, until he comes. We are supposed to continue to do until he comes. All of us get discouraged. From time to time, we get discouraged. Every one of us do. But we got to learn to not stay down. We got to get up and dust ourselves off and keep pushing and keep on pushing. I think it was Curtis Mayfield with the Impressions, I believe, or the Imperials. I forget now which one, but like I said, the old mind there sometimes plays a little tricks on me. But I believe it was Curtis Mayfield that said, keep on pushing. See, we got to keep on pushing. And if you don't give up, you'll win. You remember I told y'all the other night, do not accept defeat. If you keep pushing, you'll win. So I'm just, like I said, I was so glad tonight that I ran across that old video from, I call it old. I mean, I don't want to do that, but the old video of Motown 25 when they, back in 1985, when they had that production and everything, and saw those great ones come back, and they did a real good, nice tribute to Mr. Berry Gordy. And I'm here sitting as a person, a musical person, my own self, and realizing and we are saying that, you know, God has brought me thus far. And I will promise y'all one thing, that I will not give up. I don't know what you're going to expect from me to come out of me in these next few years, if the Lord allow me to stay here. But I'm going to make certain that I try to do some of the greater things. I hope that my best years are yet ahead of me. I really believe that, and I'm praying for God for that. So I'm going to continue to work hard to bring out some exciting music. I do believe that I'm sitting on a nest egg right now. I really believe it's a good song, and I just got to produce it. And we're just gonna go from there, y'all. We're gonna go from there. And I'm just saying, I'm just so happy to be sitting here on the eve of my birthday, about to turn 59. And we're gonna say that we thank God and we give Him all the praise. And we hope, and it's my hope that God will give me 59 more, if it be His will. But no matter how many He gives me, I want to make them to be the best ones that are yet ahead of me, and to do the best, make the best with them. I don't want to be like I've seen other people just stop living. It seems like some of us just done stop living, especially since this year. And I understand that people got discouraged. This year was a very discouraging year. Yeah, it was. I'm not going to lie about that. But you cannot just lay down and stop living. Some people just have stopped living. They have given almost totally up on trying to do anything. Come to think they just bland, just mediocre. Just ain't doing nothing but just sitting around wasting the rest of their life away. Some of us ain't got, y'all, we got more years behind us than we got in front of us. Most of us got more years behind us than we have in front of us. Please, don't waste the rest of you. If you ain't got but 5 more, you don't know that, and I don't know it. But if you don't have but 5 more, let's live it to the fullest and do something with them. Just don't lay down and just die and don't do nothing. Just sit around and just do nothing. That's not living at all. So with that said, Mitty Man is just grateful. And we saying we're going to thank everybody in advance. Those of you that will not feel it, Robert, or wish old Mitty Man a happy birthday on tomorrow, we're saying in advance, we thank you. And may God bless and keep each one of you is my prayer. And y'all continue to pray for old Mitty Man, because Mitty Man is, like I told y'all, Mitty Man is not out the woods yet. But Mitty Man is doing a lot better. And we thank God for it. And I thank God for all my classmates, all my church family, everybody, all the friends, and even to the enemies. We thank God for them too, as well. So with that being said, this Mitty Man saying, whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, please, ma'am, please, sir, come on out of it, because it's going to come to nothing. And remember, Mr. Berry Gordy started Motown at his house. And so if you have a studio adjacent to your house, like I do out there, what excuse do you have? Amen. This is Mitty Man saying peace and good evening.